Hi guys, Anderland here and welcome back to episode number 4 of Anderland. Today I'm back at the farmhouse. I've made a few changes inside here. Now I've put some flooring in, moved the stairs, specific flooring for the kitchen, the lounge, and we've floored all upstairs, just now ready. This just needs a couple of internal walls and some interior decor. But first I'm going to start with the barn. I've actually worked out a design this time. I did have a rough design that before I started. I don't think I'd thought enough of the design before I started doing it. That's why I ended up ripping down the top part altogether. But I've actually played around a little bit in creative for the design for the barn, and I've come up with something I'm relatively happy with. The back of it's a little bit plainer than I would like, but I'll have to have a think about that over time. When I thought about doing the farm, there's a lot of farms that I've seen done on Minecraft. I've done like the American style farms where they've got the big red barn and the red farmhouse. Because I've gone for a smaller type farm, I've gone from sort of like a smaller English style barn where it's more sort of support. Like a wooden frame support. So basically we've got and this I'll alter this slightly as we go along. But basically it's like a solid back wall, and I've not got any slabs with me. And I see a lot of barns have like a thin roof, like a corrugated roof. Fortunately you can't do corrugated roofs in Minecraft. Is that going to be enough? I don't think it is. I'll just get a couple more. So I'll just use some slabs just to put a roof in. I think at some point, as the series goes on, I'll look towards maybe doing a larger, maybe a large farm further down the line, so we've got a bit more open space. We could maybe look at including the large red barn, what you get with these large American farms or ranches. Maybe that's something I can consider in the future. And I've run out again. That's a workbench there. I think as well sometimes you're looking for complexity when you don't really need it. So just move some of these out of the way. And then we'll put some fencing in around the edge, just to sort of provide it look like it's some sort of support around the edge. Just put a couple of torches down, and to give the impression that this has got a weathered look, excuse me, to the barn. If you go with the approach that this was originally this colour, light oak colour, over time it's weathered and it's gone. The wood's darkened, and what they've done, they've come along at some point and they've patched it up. Same with the roof, with some newer wood. Just put some in randomly. Have I got slabs? I have. Same, we'll do the same for the fencing here as well. fill some of those gaps there. And also as well, as this wood is starting to weather, it starts to break up, these little holes are starting to appear in it. Where it perhaps needs to be replaced, but they're not going to be replacing it yet. Just wonder if it's worth just putting an overhang on the front, just to provide a little extra cover for people coming in and out of the barn. Yeah, I think I like that. Again, this is one issue I had when I did this in creative. Is the back, it looks semi-plain. I'm thinking at least with the weathered looks you put into it with these holes and the different coloured wood, it does give it a little bit of character to it. But I'll go with that for the moment. I think we'll go with that for the moment. And in here, when I get some chests, I'll just put some chests down in here, and this will basically store all the goods from the farm, so all the wheat, potatoes, carrots, crops, etc. Anything potentially from the animals as well could be stored in here before they get shipped out to the butchers or whoever requires those goods. So that is, let's put some torches on the front. And I'll put some torches inside just to make sure there's enough light in here. So what it says, a small barn. This was a small farm. Running out of food. So basically there'll be some small fields around the area. Excuse me. So yeah, that's our barn done, out of the way with. So what I'm going to move on to now is have a go. This is something I don't do a lot of, and that's interior decor. So this is a new thing for me, so we'll see how we go with it. Start off initially, door here, and then a door here for the porches. So I'm hoping now I can open that, I can open that. That's fine. And they're both shut, that's good. This will be the door into the lounge. Door into the kitchen. Nope, oh yeah. Door into the kitchen. And I haven't put the walls in here yet. We can just do that now. And my computer just took away my Minecraft. Don't know whether that's shown on the recording or not. We'll put the doors at different locations. It gives a little bit of variety, doesn't it? A bit more wood for the wall. There we go. So the sun's going down. We'll put bed down here in minutes. That's fine. So this is for the farmer and his wife. I'll just sleep in their bed. Excuse me, so we get a drink. Early in the morning now, so you need your morning tea. So don't think I want a workbench down there, but I need a workbench up here anyway to use. Let me just put the other bed down in there just to get it out of my inventory. I think I'll put that there. I've got gas cooking at the moment for 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a bigger bedroom, isn't it? I'll tell you what. Let's have the farmer and his wife have the larger bedroom rather than be cramped in the smaller room. Doesn't make sense. Put the torch up there, and this bed can come in there. Cable's in the way. Right. Piece. There we go. Right. I said that they're not really the doors I want, actually. I don't know why I made those doors. So if I just put that in there temporarily and go. That's blocking the window, so we don't want that. Can I get a door here? There we go. So I'd give the impression that's maybe a wardrobe in the corner. Not too keen about the fact that the handle's there, but when 113 comes out, I can put 2 half slabs of the spruce type. That'll get rid of the handle, and that'll just give the impression of the fact we've got a wardrobe there. Would I want a matching wardrobe on this side? Possibly. I don't know place again. His and hers wardrobe. So let's just do that. There we go. Bedside table each. Just curious if we put these at the end of the beds, just sort of like bed ends. Just finish it off a bit. I've got flower pots. I have. And then I go in there. Just go and get another flower for in that one there. And need some glass in there. The ceiling, I think we need to just fill in a little bit of the ceiling just to make it like the gap's not so big in the top. Just bring that in there as well. Too much. It just takes away then. I suppose you could also, if I've got any stairs, I have. I'm not going to on that side. Does that look daft like that? So if I do it there and there, there's still that gap there which you might want to keep. I suppose to get to the window. Tell you what, I want to leave that off for the moment for this room. I'm stood on the bed, sorry, there we go. And I've got the carpet with me. No, I'll get the carpet in a minute. We'll go back down here. So this side here, I won't put a flower pot in this one. Bedside table, they don't have an end in the floor. Top of the ceiling. We'll put the wardrobe door there, and they could even, that's not a crafting table, is it? That's a crafting table. storage chest there. I will take the crafting table and I'll put it in there as well, just so if that's maybe like a child's room as well, so they've got like a toy box, a toy cupboard, or they want just know they use those for their storage. We'll leave it those as it is for the moment. Pictures. That's nice. Yep, that's fine. Can just do the small one there. Yep. And if we can get a long one there. We had to put the blocks to, there we go. Would be nice if you could put your own images in the photos for the pictures to go on the wall. Not been implemented yet, so carpet. Did I make some carpet? I thought I made some carpet. I've already got it. I'll take some of that up there. A bit each side of the bed. I've got any doors left. I'll bring that. Nope. Workbench over here now. It's strange actually. I'll use this for some things, and there's other things I just don't bother with it. I'm clashing a bit there, aren't I? I'll put this straight into the hallway and take this up to that, hopefully. That's slightly better. Don't know whether the spruce is the best wood as well for the interiors with the doors as well. We'll see. The lounge area. I've got no spruce oak stairs. Let me just make a workbench down here. In fact, I'll put this workbench in the kitchen. I've got one in the kitchen. How many workbenches have I got? There's one this game, it's a one item I make more of than anything else. It's workbenches. I always seem to be making workbenches. Let's bring that one back in there. Got any dirt on me? I haven't. Let's go and grab a piece of dirt. To remember now, there's wood pieces on the floor. I don't really use them that often actually. I'm always just quite happy to just open the door myself. Put this in the corner with. Can I reach it? Let's go through the window. Make it a bit easier. Put some trapdoors around the bottom. Again, that'll be another thing looking forward to. I've already got some. Have I already got some? No. I've just done something what annoys me immensely, what other people do when they're doing YouTube, and that's just chucking things on the floor. Maybe just to put some things away which I don't need at the moment. I'll go and grab that flower. I think have I got any wooden slabs on me? Have I got space wooden slabs on me? I have. Get through the door. Can't get through doors. Right. Maybe a little shelf on there. And one this side. No, I wanted the flower. Excellent, there we go. That's fine, and then put a little bit of a carpet down in the middle. Nothing too fancy at the moment. Where's the lighting in here? We'll do the same on this room. I think maybe if we get some glowstone, we'll take away that dirt and replace it with glowstone. That'll give some more lighting in here, or hidden lighting. Excuse me, it's early in the morning today, so I'm doing at. I will take that down. I always play with the shield on, just out of habit, and I'm aware that some people do find the shield up all the time on the screen annoying, and I've got to get used to taking the shield off. Whoa, too big. Taking the shield off when I'm recording. Can I put that there to block it? Yeah, that'll do. Is that too high up there? It is, isn't it? Just come down one, put it there. That's right, that'll do. Bit of painting in there as well. That's a bit more like a lounge. Finally, the kitchen. Let's go and get some other items from outside. Anything else here I've got? So I've got a workbench and a sink. I'll put that there. Let's pick. So I'm going to put 2 worktops there. They're the cookers. What I can do if I put, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Let's create another one of those. I'll give the impression of there's like a hob with a grill on top. And maybe even a chopping board there. I've got a bucket of water with me. That's the sink. I don't want the sink there actually. What I would like to do with the sink is perhaps if I put, in fact I'm going to move you as well. Put you there and put the water in there. Jump through the window again. There's windows. I'll pick them up. And trapdoor hooks. You can use trapdoor hooks to give the impression that they look like some sort of tap, perhaps. In fact, that reminds me, have I got any cobble on me? I have. Just make a couple of levers a second. And in the hallway we can put these up like coat hooks. So I remember to do that. Could do with a little table here. So if I, no, that's going to clash with that wall. Your settees don't look like your wall where you're eating. I want you. Have I got any oak planks? I haven't. And now pistons. How do you make pistons? Need redstone. Let's go get some redstone. Thinking maybe a couple of pistons under and some redstone underneath them just to lift them up. Gives the idea of a table. Just to finish off the kitchen there. Need to get the rest of this pathway finished. Need to start thinking buildings in between the house and the farm. There's the mine. There's so much to do. So much to do. What was that? I came back here for redstone. Redstone. Pistons. I'll make two redstone torches. Is there anything else I wanted? Was it leather? We're gonna leather. Can make a couple of item frames, maybe to put some things on the wall. Chickens. Absolutely loads of them at the moment. Just breeding them up. I've got a few over there. I took some eggs over with me and broke a few eggs over there, and so I've got some over in the farm. So those chickens you just saw there, I think they will eventually become lunch at some point. Because those chickens in the I'm going to do like a farmyard area around here, so it'll be like a floored area. So hopefully I might fence off an area and build like a little chicken coop for the chickens. Somewhere over there, maybe a pigsty. I'll put the pigs in there and do the ground according for the pigs. And then somewhere around these hills we'll put a field for the cows and field for the sheep. And then do the rest as cropland. As and when we find more crops. What did I go and get? Then I went and got the redstone, didn't I? I hope I'm doing this correctly. I haven't done this in a long time. That's it. That gives the idea of a table there. There's an item frame. I wonder if I could just put, I need cobble on me. No, I've used all my cobble up. Excellent. I suppose any cobble in here is there? No. Two bits of cobble. If I put that in the item frame, will that give the impression of like a kitchen knife at hand? Held up on a... yeah, sort of. It's a poor man's kitchen knife. Well, it looks like a sword. I'm not quite sure. You could do things like fridges and stuff like that, but I'm kind of thinking this is like an oldie medieval. They won't really have fridges. I've got some workspace, got chopping boards, I've got cookers, workbench for preparation, sink, and an eating area. But definitely, probably wouldn't put pictures up in the kitchen. There's no lighting in here though. That's something we want to include. Okay, and then I think I've got one bit of carpet left. So big carpet in here. I think just do a few more pieces down here. I was going to put a tree in one of the pots up here, and I've took it out already. Oh, thank you. I'll put a spruce tree up there. And then we'll put some glass in the windows. As I pick the wrong button. There's the glass. Gone for white glass. Just it's a bit, I think it's a bit nicer than the clear glass. There's no windows in here. Oh, what? Well, these are the dorm windows. I suppose there's always options. I suppose maybe in the corner in here, maybe put like a bookcase. I suppose that could be an option as well. But this is not something I don't really do that often, the interior decor, so this is sort of my first stab at it. I'm going to run out of glass now, I'm not getting off. Wonderful. Oh no, I thought it was a big window. That's good. So that's the farm done. Let's just chuck some of this stuff out of here. Just actually have to keep that in. Get rid of some of this stuff. And the doors. So I think the next step will be we'll put some sort of farmyard type texture on the ground and take up all the majority of this. We'll put a few grass blocks, a few path blocks, and mix in some maybe a bit of gravel, cobblestone. It's just about to go night, so I'll sleep outside. Actually, I'll quickly just go and breed up the cows. I'm only focusing mainly on the cows at the moment, so I can get their leather. Plus, who doesn't like a mistake? Let's give the sheep a little quick little bar to you as well. Sheep done, jump into bed. Sleep, 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 thank you. And before I go, the only other thing I was going to have a little look at if I had time is so we're going to bring a pathway this way. I'll probably put the main pathway in off camera. I'll just maybe do the bridges on camera with you guys. Is where I was going to put my mine. Now I did see a possible location over there. When I went into it, just opened up into a big massive cave. And while that's nice, I don't really want that for a mine. I don't mind coming across caves as you go down for the mine, but ideally I prefer not to have that there. So if I come over this way and this hill here, I was thinking about putting the mine. Fill in these ponds a bit. Maybe dig into here a little bit and put the mine shaft going down into there. And maybe have it going naturally a bit to get so far, have an internal base set up at some point down there. Just see if we can I'll just top up my water bucket actually while I'm here. So if I just clear some of this out. That's a little bit better, because the idea would be maybe somewhere over the river we'll have a stonemason shop. Basically the person in charge of all the stone for the area. We can have a mine going down, and at some point we'll bring it under the water to below here, where you could have an item elevator bringing the items up into a deposit area of the stonemason's shop. And that would be his home will be attached to it, and he'll have a storage area for the stone, and this item elevator where he would gather the stone from the mines, store it away, ready for the next order. Let's see if we get some of this grass. Better. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to go, but I think I'll probably do a lot of this off camera just to get it going and just get the shape right. I did see this, I saw a Ren Dog do a mine like this, and I thought it was quite a nice idea, a bit different than the usual straight down mine you would normally do. So when you've got a normal iron pick, what's not enchanted, things go a little bit slower. But get the idea. I heard a skeleton then. And then what we'll do, we'll put like a little roof area over here just for the entrance, and then the mine would weave down, and eventually get down to level 11 where we can do potentially strip mining. Don't do that a lot really, but it's a good resource for getting all the stone, which is primarily why I need the mine for building purposes. I do tend to like getting my resources on my horse through caving. I do like the caving. But yeah, that is something what we can work on as the episodes go by as well. And we can bring it back out here, maybe come around here, pathway, bridge, back across here, over to where the the stonemason will be, and then the pathway back over to that pathway, and that connects up. But on that note, guys, I run out of time. I'm going to have to get this edited and uploaded as soon as I can. I shall leave it there. If you've enjoyed this video, please by all means leave a like, subscribe if you would like to know about more content, and dingling the bell. And if you've got any ideas for either the stone mine or potentially interior decor ideas, what do you do differently to what I've done? What tips could you give me on improving the interior decor? So that's the first time I've really had a stab at it, so I'm quite new at it. But you have to learn, you have to try, and that's what this is all about. So with that, guys, I shall leave you there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.